نفتتح هذه الندوة المتميزة بكلمة ترحيب من الأخ العزيز دكتور سليمان أرسوي، وهو أستاذ مساعد في قسم الطب التكميلي في المستشفى الجامعي بالعمرانية اسطنبول تركيا، وهو استشاري طب الأسرة ويمارس الحجامة منذ أكثر من 20 عاماً، وله أبحاث كثيرة منشورة في الحجامة، وهو عضو مؤسس في المجموعة الدولية لدراسة الحجامة. ولقد تشرفت أنا شخصياً بحضور دورة معه في الحجامة عام 2021. الدكتور سليمان أرسوي، تفضل مشكورا.
شكرا. Thank you very much, dear Professor. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الصلاة والسلام على رسولنا ونبينا وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Dear professors, dear colleagues, and dear attendees, all of you are welcome to our online symposium, online webinar. On behalf of the organizing committee, please let me first of all express my happiness to see such an enthusiastic and concerned group of attendees here. As an health professional, a family physician who has been practicing for more than 25 years, personally, I came to a conclusion that current medicine, which is Western modern medicine, is far away from satisfying many patients, especially those who suffer from chronic diseases. Not only the patients who are not satisfied with current therapies, also the health professionals who are not satisfied with their jobs, mainly the doctors who do not feel the sense of job satisfaction during their daily work, began to search more and more about alternative and different options, different therapies. That's why the last two, beginning from the second millennium, has witnessed a growing interest in traditional and complementary therapies. Even the World Health Organization could not be oblivious to those recent developments and declared a strategy under the name World Health Organization Traditional Medicine Strategy 2014-2023. The aim of the declaration was to support member states in developing proactive policies and implementing action plans that will strengthen the role traditional medicine plays in keeping populations healthy. And the strategy had mainly two goals. One, harnessing the professional contribution of traditional and complementary medicine to current healthcare system and wellness and people-centered healthcare, and promoting the safe. The second is promoting the safe and effective use of traditional therapies by regulating, researching, and integrating their practice and practitioners into health system. Our meeting today can be regarded as an activity which will serve these purposes declared in WHO's strategy. Cupping therapy, which is known as Hijama in Muslim countries, is one of the oldest and widespread traditional therapy in the world. Its roots go back to ancient Egypt, ancient Greco-Roman civilizations. For example, Hippocrates, the famous Greek physician, and Galen, the famous Roman physician, were among the supporters and users of this traditional therapy in their treatments. By the rise of Islamic civilization, Hijama gained force because it was not only an effective and easy to perform application which was inherited by previous civilizations, but also a treatment method advised by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in many of his narrations.
بروفيسور سليمان، أريد أن أعلن باللغة العربية. هناك زرار مكتوب عليه interpretation لتحديد اللغة لمن يريد أن يستمع للترجمة الفورية باللغة العربية لحديث الدكتور سليمان، والعكس بعد ذلك إن شاء الله. شكرا.
Okay. Can I continue?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay. And by the rise of Islamic civilization, hijama gained force as a therapy because it was not only an application which was inherited by previous populations, but also among the advised by Prophet Muhammad in many of his narrations. As for today, we face two main problems for hijama. They are basically overestimating and underestimating of this traditional therapy. It is overestimated, particularly by non-professionals who have learned hijama practice in a non-professional way, for example, from their neighbors, from their ancestors, etc., and regard this therapy as a solution for every condition, and they practice it as a religious ritual and apply it to anyone in anywhere at any time for any reason, despite the fact that even Prophet Muhammad has brought some restrictions while applying hijama. And also in traditional medical texts, such as Kanun by Ibn Sina, there are many mentioned conditions where we have to avoid applying hijama. It is underestimated, especially by health professionals, namely the doctors, even some of whom call hijama as pseudoscience. The main argument of these colleagues are the lack of clinical evidence that will support hijama's efficacy and safety. And unfortunately, they are just up to a level in their arguments. By this meeting, inshallah, and by the upcoming ones, we want to spark an initiation that aims to end such conflicts and position hijama in its proper place. Therefore, starting from the narrations, ahadith of Prophet Muhammad and the ancient medical texts, we have to review all of the literature, including the current ones on hijama. Therefore, here we brought together the health professionals and the scholars from Islamic sciences so as to discuss hijama from these different aspects, including prophetic medicine, which is Tibbun Nabawi. We want to draw a frame to re-establish and update the fundamentals of hijama and also verify the guidance of the practice by referring to Sunnah. We believe these are mandatory to integrate hijama practice to current healthcare system, as it was mentioned in WHO strategy. At the end of this meeting, inshallah, we will be able to declare a consensus report, which we hope to be a promising start for the following meetings and workshops. So before leaving my word to dear Professor Yusuf, I again welcome all of you and wish all of you to experience a fruitful meeting. Assalamu alaikum.